At Sierra, discover great deals on top brand workout gear, like high-quality walking shoes, which might lead to another discovery.
40,000 steps, baby. Who's on top now, Karen?
You've taken the office step challenge a step too far. Don't worry, though. Sierra also has yoga gear. It might be a good place to find your zen. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
Spring is here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get a chicken parmesan delivered. A cabana? That's a no. But a banana? That's a yes. A nice tan? Sorry, nope. But a box fan? Happily, yes. A day of sunshine? No. A box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
This is Optimal Living Daily, my daily mantra to reduce my anxiety, by Stephen Warley of lifeskillsthatmatter.com. And I'm Justin Malik. I read to you every day with permission from the authors. So now let's get right to it as we optimize your life. My daily mantra to reduce my anxiety, by Stephen Warley of lifeskillsthatmatter.com. No, it's not serenity now, as Frank Costanza on Seinfeld once screamed over and over again. I wake up every morning with a jumble of thoughts in my head. I have to say it's tempting to scream serenity now. It's mostly stuff weighing on my mind from the day before, like unresolved arguments, unfinished tasks, and a sprinkle of self-loathing. Before my feet even hit the floor, I'm already worried about getting stuff done in the day ahead. Worse, I think about stuff I have no idea why it's even on my mind. Needless to say, I used to start off each day fairly anxious, and that feeling persisted throughout the day because I left these thoughts unchecked. I got out of bed already feeling behind. I was anxious because I lacked focus and immediately let the demands of my thoughts dictate the course of my day. I wanted a calmer start to my day, so I decided to change this unproductive pattern. I decided to meditate for at least 5 minutes soon after I woke up. And to help me meditate, I decided to adopt a mantra. What is a mantra? I had some light experience with yoga and meditation, so I was exposed to the concept of mantras. They're a saying or even a sound repeated over and over to help you concentrate during meditation. They help quiet and guide your thoughts. I also like to think of them as an intentional prayer or a chant. Mantras have evolved to become statements of how you might live your life or act in certain situations. They can guide your values. They can be a useful reminder in the development of your habits or making a change as significant as lifestyle design. I use my mantra to set the tone for my day by using it to guide my thoughts and actions in alignment with my desired lifestyle. It replaces my anxious monkey chatter with thoughtful intentions. My daily mantra. This is the mantra I recite to myself each morning. It was of my own invention. Grow by creating. Love by listening. Teach by learning. Let go and make it happen. Instead of adopting someone else's mantra, which is perfectly fine, I wanted one that would help me become the person I wanted to be. I wanted it to be in my own voice. So what does each line mean? Grow by creating. I believe the best method for learning about yourself is through the act of creating. Our modern lifestyle constantly distracts us by presenting opportunities to consume something rather than to create something. Almost everything in our lives is done for us now. We're living the reality of the Jetsons. We spend most of our waking hours consuming something made by someone else. TV entertains us, social media makes us feel connected, and Amazon does all our shopping for us. I know that challenging myself to create instead of consume will spark me to take action, to move my body, to create meaningful connections with others, and to slow down my life so I can reflect on it. We need to consume to live, but I felt my create to consume ratio was badly out of balance. Is yours? That simple mantra helps me look for countless ways every day to challenge myself to experiment every day so I can get to know myself a little bit better. Love by listening. I admit it, I haven't always been the most attentive listener in my life. I was married for 6 years. It's taught me a lot about listening, to say the least. I believe my marriage helped me become a better listener. I believe one of the greatest expressions of love is to listen deeply. I'm not just talking about listening to the words coming out of someone's mouth, but the tone in which they are delivered. How often do you give your fullest and most undivided attention to someone you care about? I want to actively give the people I love most my full attention throughout the day. We all have the attention span of a gnat now. When I call my mom, I eliminate all distractions. I'm not in front of a TV, I'm not on my laptop, and I ignore any text messages that pop up on my phone. She lives in Florida, and I don't see her nearly as much as I would like. When I talk to her, she has my full attention, as she deserves. Love to listen has saved me a lot of time, energy, and emotion by liberating me from chronic cycles of miscommunication. It's also deepened my most valued relationships. Teach by learning. I've played the role of teacher in many different ways throughout my career as a journalist, trainer, consultant, and coach. It's tempting to believe you have all the answers because you're being paid for your expertise, but that's just not true. I didn't know everything about anything I taught, but I was never afraid to show my desire to learn something new. I believe the most inspirational teachers are those who share how they learn and empower you to think for yourself. Leading by example is a much more inspirational method of teaching than lecturing as an all-knowing guru. As I teach you about lifestyle design, I want to experiment alongside you. I want to be accessible and approachable, not removed and out of touch. That can only happen if I show you I'm a student just like you. The process of learning about yourself never ends. I may have accumulated more experience in lifestyle design than you, but you are a subject I know nothing about, but I'm looking forward to learning more. Growing up, my parents told my sister and I that we could only ask them questions about our homework when we got stuck and didn't know how to go any further. They taught us by making us learn on our own, but offered a gentle nudge when we needed it. I believe you can only learn something deeply when you know it for yourself. It also makes you a much better teacher. Let go and make it happen. The last part of my mantra is a reminder to take imperfect action. It's always better to take some action than no action at all. Progress is better than perfectionism. You can learn from progress. Perfectionism makes you feel like a failure. Let go helps challenge my mindset to let go of past perspectives, limiting beliefs, and assumptions so I can be open to new alternatives. Once I've cleared my head, make it happen reminds me to take action with whatever resources I have available to me, including my own personal energy and time. Make do with what you have. Don't wait for the perfect time because there isn't one except for right now. Creating your own mantra. If you're considering creating your own mantra, I'd encourage you to align it with your values as I have. My daily mantra reminds me to live my values every day. You might also want to create a mantra focused on changing a particular behavior or habit you want to adopt that'll help you design your ideal lifestyle. Make the first word in your daily mantra the habit you want to change, followed by the action you will take to alter that habit, as I have done. So you might be wondering, how exactly did my daily mantra reduce my anxiety? It gives me the courage to be who I am. It gives me confidence in my decisions, so I know what I accomplish each day is exactly what needs to get done to live my values. You just listened to the post titled, My Daily Mantra to Reduce My Anxiety by Stephen Warley of lifeskillsthatmatter.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. You've worked hard to get where you are, but what's next? If you're aiming for that promotion, searching for a job you truly love, or feeling stuck about your next career move, Strawberry.me Career Coaching can help. They'll match you with a certified career coach who understands your unique challenges and goals. This isn't generic advice. It's a personalized coaching experience that uncovers your strengths and gives you strategies to stand out in today's competitive job market. We talk about accountability on this show, and that's what they do. Your coach will provide practical steps while keeping you accountable so you make real progress. Because having someone to guide you and keep you on track is how meaningful career growth happens. The Strawberry.me platform makes connecting with your coach simple and effective. Together, you'll develop an action plan tailored to your specific career aspirations and industry needs. Their coaches are selected for their expertise and commitment to your success. Get started today at strawberry.me/old and claim your $50 credit. That's strawberry.me/OLD, because your career success shouldn't wait. Remember those childhood dreams? As we grow, our aspirations evolve. Instead of fantasizing about space travel, perhaps you're now dreaming of launching your own business around your passion for minimalism or sustainable living. But doubt creeps in. Do I have the skills? Can I build a website? How will I find customers? Enter Shopify, the commerce platform empowering millions of businesses worldwide and handling 10% of all U.S. e-commerce, from household names to fresh startups. Worried about design? Well, Shopify offers beautiful templates that align with your brand's aesthetic. Need assistance? Their AI tools help with everything from enhancing product images to crafting descriptions that resonate with conscious consumers. Concerned about reaching your audience? Shopify simplifies customer connection through streamlined email and social campaigns. And if you get stuck, their award-winning support team is available 24/7. Turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/old. Go to shopify.com/OLD. Shopify.com/old. Thank you to Stephen. I'm pretty familiar with mantras, but the ones I've learned about were in another language. So for example, in transcendental meditation, or TM, a type of meditation practice that a bunch of people say has worked very well for them, including some celebrities like Katy Perry, Hugh Jackman, and Jerry Seinfeld. Funny that Seinfeld was referenced in this article. Anyway, in TM, you're assigned a mantra, and you have no idea what it means. I think they encourage you to not look it up. I don't even know if it does mean anything. It might just be the sound that is supposed to be relaxing. And that's one kind of mantra. There's also what Stephen talked about in this practice, something you can repeat daily, and you can make it up yourself like he did, or find some online, or do affirmations, which is what our podcast Good Sleep does. I think all these things are worth trying. Definitely won't hurt. And it might be easier than we think. Could be just one single short phrase to repeat to ourselves. Simple, but impactful. So maybe think about what values are most important to you, or what you're working towards, or what you need to remind yourself of most often, and then create a short phrase that captures it. You can write it and keep it somewhere that you come across regularly, and then bring it to mind when things get challenging. Hopefully it helps. But that should do it for today. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being here and listening every day. And I'll see you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.